May 3, 2012. Justice done dirt cheap. We're on the walking trail. Just want to share some thoughts regarding sheriff services. Many people don't know what the sheriff services do in New Brunswick. What they are is basically the strong arm of the law. They actually enforce court orders. They make sure when a judge orders something to happen, that it in fact happens. So if you're ever wondering what they do, that is pretty much it. Now what's interesting is that sheriff services can only do what is expressly written in a court order, and you can find that in the Sheriff's Act of New Brunswick. What you'll find is that sheriff or any of the agents working for sheriff services are not held accountable for any damages they do unless they act outside of the exact wording of the order they're acting on. So if they have an order to break down a door and throw someone out of a house, they're not personally held liable for that unless they do something more than what the order actually says. In my case, they actually did that. October 23, 2009, I was actually illegally evicted from my residence. The Sheriff's Services surprisingly arrived at my door and kicked my door in. After they kicked my door in, they told me I had to vacate the building. Practicing due diligence, I actually took a look at the order, and surprise, surprise, the order only said a different address, not the address they actually kicked in. See, I was at a duplex address. The address only specified one side of the duplex, which is not the side they kicked in. I said that I didn't know about this order, didn't agree with it, and I would be contesting it, but to respect the court order, I'll get my things out of the side that's actually in the order and maintain my position in the side of the building that wasn't in the court order. Interesting enough, the Sheriff's Services agents, as Sheriff Dale Kozak and Sheriff Clarence Morency, or Deputy Sheriff Clarence Morency and Deputy Sheriff Dale Kozak, they gave a call to someone named Hugh Cameron, the solicitor for Stuart McKelvey, who told them, hey, it doesn't matter, there's no court order stating the address that you just kicked in, throw them out anyway. The Sheriff's Services did that. Now they have the choice to act or not to act. In this case they shouldn't have, because they did not have a lawful court order to vacate me from the address I was at. I explained this at length, and they went ahead anyway and vacated me under protest and duress. The Fredericton Police Department, or Fredericton Police Force, actually threatened me. They told me, if you don't leave immediately, you'll be arrested, and you know what that means. Having previously been arrested by the Fredericton Police Force, I know exactly what that means. That means I'm going to get really hurt, and no matter what I do, they're going to be yelling, stop resisting arrest, and they'll be using pain compliance techniques to make me do all kinds of things I don't want to do. So, October 23, 2009, I was illegally, unlawfully vacated from an address not specified in a court order. Because of that, I decided to sue the Sheriff's Services. I've since filed a lawsuit, and I am personally suing the sheriffs who did what they did because they shouldn't have. They should have saw, hey, we don't have the right order here, we're not allowed to do this, so we're going to stop. Since they didn't stop and they went ahead and threw me out of an address that wasn't specified in the court order, I was damaged and I want redress of my grievances. That's why I'm suing the Sheriff's Services. more people actually sued when they're damaged by these government agents. These government agents, while they're doing their job, would think twice of violating our charter protected rights. And sheriff services are like any other group. There's good and bad in them. Good guys, bad guys, friendly ones, grumpy ones, surly ones, all kinds of ones, and one day to the next is different. They might be happy one day, angry the next day. But each time they go to work and they put their pants on one leg at a time like everyone else, and they don that sheriff uniform, they have to think they can only do what is exactly stated in a court order and nothing more. And if they do more than that, then they are held accountable, which is what I'm doing. I want to hold them accountable for the damages I received because of their conduct. During the course of their work, they make choices to do it or not do certain things, and they should not have thrown me out of my residence. I'm a residential tenant. I have charter protected rights of tenancy, and shouldn't have happened the way it did. So everyone makes mistakes. We need to be held accountable for our mistakes, though. I encourage everyone to hold government agents accountable. Stand up for your Canadian Charter of Rights and freedoms. You have rights protected by the Charter. You should act on them. It's a saying in law that he who sleeps upon their rights has none. So I encourage you all to think about that. Do a Google search on the internet for Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and flex your rights. That's all for today. Thanks for listening. This is Justice Dunder, Cheap, May 3, 2012, in Fredericton, New Brunswick.